What's up, guys? Isaac here again, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 steps that you need to take before you start your home search. Let's get going. Guys, let's get started. So the very first step that you're going to need to take is to make sure that your credit score is a 620 or higher. The higher your credit score is, that's great. That means you're going to qualify for more loans. You're going to qualify for lower rates, which is the key to when you're getting a loan, so that's awesome. But if you have at least a 620 credit score, you will be pre-approved for a FHA loan. FHA loan means that you're going to have to put 3.5% down, and that works great. There are some lenders that will work with you if you have a little bit less than a 620, maybe if you're at a 590, 600 credit score, but that means you're going to have to bring more money to the table. We want to avoid doing that. So do your best to get that credit score to at least a 620. All right, guys, and that's going to bring us to step number 2. Step number 2 is you're going to want to save $5,000 to $10,000 in cash. When I say in cash, you're going to want that $5,000 to $10,000 in your bank account. You want that money to be tracked, and you want it to be seen by the bank that it's been in the bank for a certain amount of days. So you're going to want to save $5,000 to $10,000 as your down payment. Okay. Sometimes you're going to need a little bit more than this, because sometimes you're going to go for a house that might be a little bit more expensive. Maybe you end yourself around $12,000, $15,000. But I think majority of us out there are going to land in that $5,000 to $10,000 range, where that's what we're going to need to close. So do your best to save $5,000 to $10,000. If you could save more, that's great. That's going to strengthen your offer down the line. All right, guys, step number 3. The third thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have at least 2 years of work history. 2 years of work history. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be at the same job for 2 years. If you worked at one job for a year and a half, and then 6 months ago you just went into a new job, a new exciting job, and you're like, hey, now I want to get pre-approved, now I want to buy my house, that is okay. If you switch your job once or twice in a 2-year time period, but you are consistently working, that is fine. Okay? Now, if you're the type of person who changed their job 6, 7 times in the last 2 years, that's going to be a little bit more alarming to some of those loan officers out there, and that's going to be their decision to make on whether or not they're going to want to pre-approve you. But you're going to need at least 2 years of work history. Now, if it is you and your life partner, you are both going to need 2 years of work history. If there's any small gaps, as in like a week or 2 weeks, there's no major deal there. But if you have a 6-month gap, a 3-month gap, a 4-month gap, somewhere in that 2 years, it's going to be a lot harder for a loan officer to work with you. So try to stick it through. Try to get at least 2 years of work. Guys, so this is going to bring us to step number 4. You're going to get pre-approved, not pre-qualified. I'm going to say it again. Get pre-approved, not pre-qualified. The reason I underline not is because you do not want to get pre-qualified. Here's the difference. When you get pre-approved, your lender is going to say, all right, let me run Johnny's credit score. Let's run it. 620, check mark. Let me see how much Johnny has in the bank. $5,000 to $10,000, check mark. And let me see what Johnny has. Does he have at least 2 years of work history? Check mark, and you're good to go. That's how you're going to get the pre-approval. And when you get the pre-approval, it's more solid, it's more confident, and it's more likely that when you get down the line and when you do find your dream house, the deal will not fall apart. Here's what I mean. When you get pre-qualified, some people make mistakes. We're human, we make human errors, and that's okay. Johnny might say, I have a 620 credit score, but then he goes, and when it's time to run his credit, he might only have a 610. That makes a big difference. He might say, I have $5,000 to $10,000 in the bank. That might be true. He might say, I have 2 years of work history, but he's only been working for a year and 10 months. You need that 2 years, guys. You need that 620 credit score. Mistakes happen. When you get the pre-qualification, they will not run your stuff and check into detail the same way they will if you're asking for a pre-approval. If you get a pre-qualification, you can run down the line, you can find your dream house, you can fall in love, and you can say, this is it, we're going to close, and 2 weeks before your closing date, the lender says, no, I'm sorry, because we didn't realize you had a 610 credit score. We didn't pay attention to the fact that you didn't have enough money. We didn't pay attention, you don't have 2 years of work history, you have a year and 6 months, 9 months, 10 months. You need a full 2 years, guys. Get pre-approved, not pre-qualified. This has happened to me. I had a client one time, got all the way to the closing table with a pre-qualification, and you know what? Deal fell apart. Were we able to pull it back together and get things done down the line? Yes, it was great, happy ending, but lesson learned. Get pre-approved, not pre-qualified. Step number 4. All right, guys, and this is going to bring us to our 5th and our final step. You are going to get pre-approved again. I'll say it. Get pre-approved again, and this is why. When you get pre-approved that first time, they're going to run your credit score, and you're probably going to get a hard inquiry, and your credit score might drop 2, 3, 4 points. And you know what? That's okay. It's bound to happen. It happens to everybody, and there's no way around it. But what a lot of people don't know is once you get that first pre-approval and your credit score first comes through, guess what? You have 14. It depends where you live, but you have 14 to 45 days, anywhere from 1 to 45 days, again, depending on where you live, to get your credit score ran over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you want to have as many lenders run your credit score and get as many pre-approvals as possible. That way you can go ahead, you're going to ask each lender, what is the best product that you can offer me? You're going to ask each lender, what is the best rate that you can offer me? And as that buyer, you want to be as comfortable as possible. You want to find the lender that's going to make you comfortable, make the process simple, make the process easy. So get pre-approved again and again and again, okay? With those 5 steps, you guys will be ready to start finding your dream home, to start your home search. Have a 620 credit score or higher. Save at least $5,000 to $10,000. Have 2 years of consistent work history. Get pre-approved, not pre-qualified, and then get pre-approved again. You guys follow those steps, and you will be ready to start your home search and finding your dream home. If you guys have any questions, if this video was confusing in any way, shape, or form, please leave comments in the comments section. If you liked this video and it felt like I answered your questions, please go ahead and like, subscribe, follow me on my other social media outlets, and I'll see you guys again soon.